today we will be discussing the power of single tone amplitude modulated signal. Let me write it here. Power of single tone amplitude modulated signal, AM signal. Okay. So in the earlier class we have already found out the expression for the single tone amplitude modulated signal. So let us now try to find out the power contained in the single tone modulated signal. Okay. So for that, let us consider that there is a carrier signal AC cos omega CT, and it is amplitude modulated by a single tone modulating signal Vm of t AM cos omega mt. So let me write it here. So let us consider, you could note it, that a carrier signal AC cos omega CT is amplitude modulated by a single tone modulating signal. Single tone modulating signal. So since it is single tone, so your Vm of t is equal to Am cos omega mt. Okay. So you could see this is the carrier signal, and this carrier signal is being modulated by this modulating signal. Okay. So now let us find out the carrier power and the sideband power. Okay. We will use our normal expressions that we now use. Okay. So then the unmodulated or your carrier power. So the expression is like this, right? Pc is equal to the mean square value, okay, value of your AC cos omega CT. Okay. So which we could find by this expression, Pc is equal to AC cos omega CT square, mean square value, which is nothing but equal to AC square by 2. Got it? This we have already found out in the earlier class. Okay. The next thing that we will be doing is we will be evaluating the sideband power. So let us evaluate that. So the sideband power is your PS. It is denoted by PS, and we know that PS is equal to half your Vm square of t bar. Okay, which is the mean square value of your Vm of t. So half of mean square value of Vm of t. However, you could see that Vm of t is already given by this equation. Vm of t is equal to Am cos omega mt. So we will be using this expression directly here. So we could write it as half, okay, Am cos omega mt, okay, square bar. That means mean square value of this Am cos omega mt. So you know that it is half Am square. Okay, or we could write it as we will keep 1 by 2 outside, and this one is your Am square by 2. Okay, this is for only this portion. See, the mean square value is this. Okay, so we could always write it as 1 by 4 Am square. So that is basically the sideband power. Now that we have got the sideband power as well as the carrier power, the time is to now equate these two, to add these two. Okay, so this signal and this AC square by 2 we have to add to get the total power. Okay, so let me write it here, that we know that the total modulated signal power is your P subscript T, PT. PT is equal to PC plus PS. This is something we know. And we have already found out the value of PC and PS. So let us put it. So that means, so let me represent it like this, P subscript small t. So PT is equal to, okay, it will be your PC will be your AC square by 2, as we have already found out, and PSC is 1 by 4 AM square. Okay. So now if you take AC square by 2 common from here, okay, you will get AC square by 2 common. That means 1 plus 1 by 2, okay, AM by AC square. Got it? So let me put square bracket, it will be more actually useful. So this will be this much. It is your modulation index MA. Okay. And this AM is nothing but maximum baseband signal amplitude. Okay. And AC is nothing but is the maximum carrier amplitude. And MA is basically the modulation index. So we could always replace that AM by AC. You could see that AM by AC by MA, modulation index. So let us do that. Let us replace AM by AC with the modulation index, and let's see what this equation actually looks like. Okay. So let me write it here. So P subscript T is equal to AC square by 2. Okay. Then you could see 1 plus half 1 plus 1 by 2. Then AM by AC is MA, and on top of that square is there. So MA square. Okay. Or we could write it like this: AC square by 2 into 1 plus MA square by 2. The AC square by 2 we know is basically the PC, or the carrier power. So let me, in place of this, write PC. Okay. So we could say that PT is equal to PC into 1 plus MA square by 2. So let us do a question on it. You have already known the formula. Let me just give you a question. I think you will be able to solve it. This is a quite easy question, and you can, I think, solve it easily. Okay. Question is like this: a 400 watts carrier is modulated to a depth of 75%. Okay. So find the total power in the AM wave. In the AM wave. So assume the modulating signal to be sinusoidal one. Assume the modulating signal to be sinusoidal. Okay. You could see a 400 watts carrier is modulated to a depth of 75%. So 400 watts is the carrier power, as you could see here. Okay. And then it is modulated to a depth of 75%. So you have got the percentage of modulation. From that you will be getting the modulation index. So once you get these two, you could easily evaluate the total power. So from the question, it is quite like visible what are the data that are given here. Okay. So the data that are given are, one is your carrier power, which is your PC. PC is equal to 400 watt, and then percentage of modulation is given, okay, which is 75%, which means that our modulation index, which is your M subscript A, is equal to 0.75. Okay. So these are the data that are associated with it. Now we could use the formula. PT is equal to PC into 1 plus MA square by 2. Okay. And we know that PC is given as 400, and 1 plus 0.75 square divided by 2. Okay. So if you evaluate it, you will get around approximately 512.5 watts. We have already discussed single tone, and now multi-tone amplitude modulation. Okay. So we have already seen that So we will be discussing here the multitone AM, and we will be also finding out the power in your multiple tone amplitude modulation. So these are the things that we will be doing here. So we have already discussed the single tone amplitude modulation, single tone. So there you could see that your Vm of t was equal to Am cos omega mt, and it was modulated by a carrier which was actually AC cos omega ct. So that was the thing. So when we are talking about multiple tone, okay, multiple tone or multitone, so there you will find that your Vm of t will have multiple frequency component, which means your Vm of t can be written as am1, okay, cos omega m1 t, that plus, okay, am2 cos omega m2 t, that plus am3 cos omega m3 t. In this way, this should go on, huh? am n cos omega m n t. So in this way, and obviously you will have only one carrier, cos AC cos omega ct. Okay, so this is the case of single tone amplitude modulation, and this is the case of multiple tone amplitude modulation. As you could see, we have here multiple tones. If you look at the different tones, you could see that the frequency contents are actually different. Okay, so in the first term, you could see am1 cos omega m, you could see the frequency there is omega m1 radians per second, or you could say that it is having the frequency fm1 hertz basically. So in this the same way, you could see in the next term also, in the term after that also, there are different frequency components. So actually, if you consider the practical radio broadcasting, the broadcasting that takes place, so it has actually a multiple tone signal. Okay, so we will be discussing that kind of modulation, and we will be also finding out the power in such kind of signal. Okay, so let me write the definition of multiple tone amplitude modulation first. You could note it down. Okay, and then we will discuss about it. So the definition, you could note it down, that a multiple tone amplitude modulation is that type of modulation. So multiple tone amplitude modulation is that type of modulation in which the modulating signal consists of more than one frequency components. Consists of more than one frequency components. Okay, so the mathematical expression for this, let me just show you the mathematical expression. Okay, so in order to like find out the mathematical expression, let us consider a carrier signal AC cos omega ct, and then we'll consider the modulating signal, and then we will be multiplying them and getting the expression. Okay, so let us consider a carrier signal which is your AC cos omega ct. Okay, and it is modulated by a multiple tone signal. This is given em of t equal to a cos omega m1 t plus m2 cos omega m2 t plus am3 m. Okay, so we have taken here 3 frequencies. Later on, we will expand it to n number of frequencies. Okay, so if we consider the general expression for amplitude modulated wave, let it be equation number 1. So if we consider the general expression for AM wave, then we could always write it as that we know that the general expression for your AM wave, AM wave is your S of t, okay? So is equal to, so as we multiply these two signals, Vm of t, so we had already written like this, right? AC cos omega ct, then Vm of t cos omega ct, this plus, huh? So this was the expression, right? This was the expression for the amplitude modulated wave. So in place of Vm of t, if we put the actual value of Vm of t from equation number 1, we could get the expression for the amplitude modulated wave. Okay. So let me put it here. So we will get, so let me just write here, putting the value of your Vm of t from equation 1. That means the previous equation. Okay. So we could write it as your S of t is equal to AC cos omega ct. It will be as it is. The other term will actually change. So that plus AM1 cos omega M1 t. Okay, cos omega ct. So this was for the first term. Then for the second term, it will be AM2 cos, cos omega M2 t cos omega ct. Then for the next term, it will be like this, AM3 cos omega M3 t cos omega ct. So in this way, this will be the expression for the amplitude modulated wave, as you could see. Okay. So now the next thing that I will be doing is I will be taking AC common from here, as we were doing earlier also. Okay. So let me take AC common here. So if I take AC common here, I can write it as, okay, AC, sorry, I will be taking AC cos omega ct common, not only AC. So let me take AC cos omega ct common. So here I will keep AC, and at the end I will keep cos omega ct. Okay. So I can write it like this, 1 plus, okay, AM1 by AC, okay, cos omega M1 t. Similarly, that plus AM2 by AC cos omega M2 t, okay, and then that plus AM3 by AC cos omega M3 t. Let me give a bracket, let me keep cos omega ct outside. Got it? So this is basically the expression for the AM wave. Now there is one thing to note. So you could see that there is this ratio, these ratios are there, AM1 by AC, AM2 by AC, AM3 by AC. Doesn't this look similar to the formula for modulation index? So the formula for modulation index was like this. Your MA was equal to AM by AC. In this case, you could see there are multiple like modulation indices. Okay. So here you could see one is AM1 by AC, one is AM2 by AC, then there is AM3 by AC. So we could write it as, like, we could write it like this, MA1 is equal to AM1 by AC. Similarly, we could also write MA2 is equal to AM2 by AC. Similarly, MA3 is equal to AM3 by AC. So in this way, we could actually put these expressions for modulation index in the previous equation. Let it be equation number 2, and I will put it here. Okay. So let me put it here and let me see how this expression turns out. So I could write it as S of t is equal to AC will be outside. Okay. Then 1 plus MA1 cos omega M1 t, that plus MA2 cos omega M2 t plus MA3 cos omega M3 t. Okay. Then cos omega ct. So this is basically the expression for the AM wave, multitone AM wave. Okay. So now what I will do is I will try to multiply this cos omega AC cos omega CT back into this expression. Okay. Once I have multiplied this AC cos omega CT back into this expression, then we will try to find the power. Okay. So if I allow that AC cos omega CT outside, like inside, I will get AC cos omega CT, that plus, okay. The next expression we will have MA1 AC, because AC I have allowed inside, and cos omega CT also. So cos omega CT cos omega M1T. Got it? Then that plus MA2 AC cos omega CT cos omega M2T. Now that plus MA3 AC cos omega CT cos omega M3T. So this is basically the expression. Okay. The next thing that I have to do is I have to evaluate the power. Let us evaluate the power. So we know the normal expression for finding the power, that your total power, which for your AM wave, is nothing but it is your PT is equal to PC plus PS. Okay. So let it be question 3. So we will have to find the carrier power as has been shown here, and then the sideband power. So carrier power is present here. You could see this particular portion. Any doubts? So here you would see that this one is having the carrier power PC. Okay. And let me show you where the sidebands are located. So here you could see in this expression we have 2 sidebands. Okay. And similarly, if I take the next expression, this one is having another 2 sidebands. And then if I take the next expression, let's say that is this one. Okay. Here also I will find there will be 2 sidebands. Okay. So actually the sideband power is in these yellow, green and violet colored signals terms, and that red highlighted one is basically the carrier. So let us find it out. Let us find the carrier power. So PC, we know the formula. PC is equal to AC cos omega CT. Okay. We have to find the mean square value of this. Okay. So which is equal to AC square by 2. That is what we have already evaluated. Okay. Similarly, let us find the sideband power. Okay. Similarly, sideband power PS is equal to, we know that it is half your Vm square of T, okay, bar. So in this way we have to find it. So Vm square of T we already know. So that means it is equal to 1 by 2, okay, 1 by 2 times. The first term is your AM1 cos omega M1T, okay, the mean square value of this, okay, and then the mean square value of AM2 cos omega M2T. So let me write it in that form. So mean square value of this. Now that plus again mean square value of AM3 cos omega M3T, okay, square. So in this way, okay, and since we have already put MA1 is equal to AM1 by AC, okay, so I could write it in this way. Let me write it in this way, that but we know that MA1, okay, is equal to AM1 by AC. We have already found this out. If you could recall, few seconds back we have done it. So we could always write it like this, that AM1 is equal to MA1 into AC. Similarly, we could write MA2 is equal to your AM2 by AC, which implies that AM2 is equal to MA2 into AC. Similarly, we could do the same for MA3. MA3 is equal to AM3 by AC, which implies that AM3 is equal to MA3 into AC. So you could see in the above expression, wherever I am having this AM1, AM2 and AM3, I will be replacing that with this value here. Okay. So let me do that. Let me replace that, and let me write this in the new form. So I can write it as PS is equal to 1/2. Okay, let me write here first. So putting the values of your AM1, AM2, and your AM3. Okay. So we will get half MA1 AC cos omega M1 T, the mean square value of this. That plus MA2 AC, okay, cos omega M2 T, the mean square value of this. That plus MA3 AC cos omega M3 T, the mean square value of this term also. Okay, they will be inside a bracket. So, can you tell me what will be the mean square value of MA1 AC cos omega M1 T? You could use the same formula that you were using for the previous expression. Tell me. What will be the mean square value?
MA1 AC whole square by 2.
Okay. So it will be MA1 AC square by 2 for the first term. Similarly, for the second term, it will be MA2 AC, okay, square by 2, that plus MA3 AC whole square by 2. Okay. So this much we will get. So now let us find out, let me write it in this form, that PS is equal to, if you could take that half out common outside, and you could see that AC is common, so we could also take out AC. So we could write it like this, AC square by 4. Okay. Then in the bracket, I have MA1 square plus MA2 square plus MA3 square. Okay. So since I have got the sideband power also, now we could calculate the total power. Okay. So the total power, we know the formula that PT is equal to PC plus PS. Okay. And we have already found PC to be AC square by 2. And then for the next one, this PS, the things are already on the top. Let us put them here. So AC square by 4, and in the bracket MA1 square plus MA2 square plus MA3 square. So let's put it like this, and let me take this AC square by 2 common, and let me write it in this form. This is equal to, if I take AC square by 2 common from this expression, I could write it as 1 plus, okay. So AC square I have taken, AC square by 2 I have taken common, okay. So 1 plus MA1 square plus MA2 square plus MA3 square by 2, whole by 2. So this is basically the expression. Now, if I replace this AC square by 2 with PC, okay, I could write it like this, that that is, I could write it like this, that PT is equal to PC into 1 plus, okay, MA1 square plus MA2 square plus MA3 square by 2. Okay. So this is for these three signals. Okay. However, what we could do is we could expand it or we could extend it for n modulating terms. In this case, we had taken 3 modulating terms. We could always expand it for n number of modulating terms. So let us do that. So this equation can be extended up to your small n number of modulating terms. So if you put n number of modulating terms, this expression will be changed to your P subscript T, PT, or total power is equal to PC into 1 plus, okay, MA1 square by 2 plus MA2 square by 2 plus dot 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 dot. In this way, this will go on till ma n square by 2. Okay, so this will look like this. Okay, and in this case, since there are multiple modulation indices, so there will be a need to find out the a single modulation index or a net modulation index. Okay, so we could always find it out. So let it be equation number 4. Let us find the net modulation index. Okay, let me write it here: total, or you could say net modulation index. Okay, so we know that the normal expression for we have already found out that the total power pt is equal to pc into 1 plus ma square by 2. Okay, so this was the formula that we have already studied. Okay, if we now compare these two equations, equation number 4 and 5, we could see we will be able to equate few things. So let us do that. So comparing your equations 4 and 5. So here you could see what is common and which things are actually related. So pt is equal to, the first one is pt equal to pc into 1 plus ma1 square by 2 plus ma2 square by 2 dot this way dot 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 man square by 2. Okay, and then on the bottom you could see pt is equal to pc into 1 plus ma t square. Why we have written in this way? Total or net modulation index square by 2. So it will be normally in this, should have been normally in this form. So if we compare these two expressions, we will come up to this, that mat is equal to root over of your ma1 square plus your ma2 square plus dot 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 ma n square. Okay, so this is basically the total or net modulation index. Or just a minute, let me just write it in a different way. So you could, if you compare it, you will get, see, mat square. Let me just, I had eliminated one step. So mat square is equal to ma1 square plus ma2 square plus dot 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 man square. So now I could write mat is equal to root over of this much, ma1 square plus ma2 square plus dot 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 man square. So this is the desired expression for desired expression for total or net modulation. Okay, have a look on the frequency spectrum of signal. Okay, so we have already seen the expression for the modulated, for a single tone modulated signal. What will be the spectrum? I'm just showing you one side of the spectrum. Normally, whenever we were plotting, we were actually drawing the two sides of the spectrum. The side which is left to the 0, right to the 0, we were plotting everything. So in this case, I'm just showing you one side of it. So the modulated signal was like this, right? FC was here in the single tone amplitude modulated signal. FC was here, and obviously the amplitude was AC by 2, if you could recall. Okay, and your FM was located like this. When the modulated signal it was located at FC plus FM, and here it was located your FC minus FM. This is how a single tone modulated signal looked like. Okay, if you could recall, the single tone modulated signal looked like this. So if we consider multi-tone signal, you could see how it will look like. Let me just show you. This is your 0. Okay, and then just a minute. So this is your 0, and let's say this is your FC. This is your FC. Okay, so in the when we were discussing the expression, you could have seen that we were having different kinds of signal. One was your AM1 cos omega 1t cos omega ct. Okay, so that one will be here. Let me just show you. Let's say the signals were like this. Let me write it here, it will be easier. AM1 cos omega m1t, okay, then cos omega ct. This was one term. The other term was am2 cos omega 2t, okay, cos omega ct, and then the third term was like this, am3 cos omega m3t cos omega ct. So these were the different terms, if you could recall. So here let us assume that the frequencies are related in this way. Omega m1 is less than your omega m2, and then omega m2 is less than omega m3. Okay, so let us assume, but however, this may not be true in all the like amplitude modulated signals, multitone amplitude modulated signals. The relationship could be different also. Somewhere you could find omega m2 might be higher. Somewhere you might find that omega m3 will be higher. So different like different kind of characteristic they could have. So for ease of understanding, I have done this. So let us say that omega m1 is less than omega m2 is less than omega m3. So if we try to plot these signals, they will be visible on the spectrum like this. Let me show you. So here you will find these two impulses that you see. This show you, yeah. So this will show you, this is basically the fc, okay, plus fm1. That means this is the omega m1, this term. And this is basically the fc minus fm1. Okay, so these are the signals. Let me draw it in the let me write it in a different way, because if I draw arrows there, what is the meaning? So fc plus fm1 is this, and fc minus fm1 is this. Okay, and then the next signal, that will be here. Obviously the amplitude may not be same. I have drawn it same, but may not be same. So this one is your fc plus fm2, and this is fc minus fm2. Okay, and then let's say third signal is there, so third signal might be here also. Okay, so this will be your fc plus fm3, and this is your fc minus fm3. So in this way they will be present in the spectrum. You could compare this with the case of your single tone modulated signal, and you could visualize the difference that here multiple sidebands are there.